Stylish, stylish, masterpiece, body, young. Hey, I don't know no better, I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy, I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming.
Something we've only seen less than a handful of times since this franchise was born back in the 90s, and that's Jacksonville hosting in the playoffs as we welcome you to TIAA Bank Field. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
The winner here gets a ticket to Tampa. The loser stays home, and we are underway in the AFC Championship game. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
23-yard line.
And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
Play action. Now it's Carr. Flush to his right. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one good for 26 and a first down. Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory.
He's across midfield.
Daquan Jones in on the tackle there.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And he whips that one incomplete there. The intended receiver there, Kenyon Drake. But now it'll be 3rd down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Shotgun now for Carr. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10.
At their own 20-yard line.
Minshew and the Jags now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
By number 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 27-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. And they'll try to run the option here. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
He was taken down by
not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Now Minshew has it knocked out, fumble, and the Raiders pick it up. And he will bring it back to the 4-yard line. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around.
And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown.
Las Vegas.
Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. And that makes it 7-zip Vegas.
Makes the score Raiders 7, Jaguars nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
On the return, the Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Here's the option, running right. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
36. Hey! He's coming.
On 2nd down now, Cottrell. And he's going to be close to a first down as he gets this to the Raiders' 43-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 43. Now Minshew. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call a position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Minshew. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Let me breathe for a minute, man. 60 Pittsburgh. Give me that ball, defense. Clear.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great play there. Taking it in. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up.
It is good.
Point after by Lambo, up and good. And we are tied at 7.
Josh Lambo to kick off for
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
Defensively.
Throwing again. Carr. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw, it's Carr. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop. A man down on the return. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Minshew going to lead up the Jaguars 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he stopped immediately there. Fletcher Cox there for the tackle.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
On second down, Cottrell. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. He's settling in nicely here in the first quarter running the football. Remember, he already has the touchdown run.
And you can feel the vibe, can't you? He's in unison with his offensive front. They are in concert together. So if you're flipping over to the other side of the line of scrimmage, they've got to be more physical and handle some of these gaps that have been created.
3 yards the gain there, second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam coming out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard.
7-7, our score after one.
The first quarter, with the score tied 7-7.
Here we go. 60 or. X3, 218, chop. Hey, Charlie.
Minshew, 1st and 10. And his throw here's incomplete. He was trying to find his tight end, Josh Oliver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
I got one. Check 24. 6-6. Pull it high. Roll out.
It'll be Minshew again. This is caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Tally, that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a 1st down. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll try to run this one in. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line.
Short of the goal line.
Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
To 2nd and goal.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Trace McSorley keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. And maybe the defense caught a little by surprise there that he took off and got in.
Yeah, I would think so, because if you're analyzing it from that side of the ball, you're thinking running back, fullback. Takes you a while before you get to the quarterback.
Third and goal, option right. And not only will he not get the few inches he needs, he's going to go backwards. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. Well, they're going to try this thing. They're at the 5, 4th and goal. They're going to go for it. We'll see. Run, probably pass to both in the arsenal.
Go. Here we go, D.
From the gun, Minshew to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Josh Oliver there to make the grab. And the Jaguars have moved out in front.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down.
That was a nice grab. Just couldn't get the feet down, right? You need that toe tap sequence there. Whatever size shoe he's wearing, probably need about a half size smaller to complete that one.
Going deep for Diggs. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A gain there of 30 big ones.
And in the run-up to this championship game, so much was made about how would this offense hold up on the road in a hostile environment. Well, that's not the definitive answer, but what a great first answer from them, that big play right there.
Carr now on 1st down. His throw caught right around the 6. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get his 2nd touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a 2nd. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. They'll try again with Drake. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense, and know what they say. Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
A pretty big play now in this AFC Championship, 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Drake. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Carr.
At the 2-yard line.
And my goodness, this is incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Jaguars are able to come up with a goal line stand. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And now their defense came through with a goal line stand, got them the ball back. See what they can do about putting a drive together. Long way to go.
They need to reward that defense. A goal line stand, they've got to make that stand up themselves, right? Give the defense a chance to catch their breath on the sidelines. At least get 2 first downs. 3 would be better. Change field position. Let them catch their breath.
On the ball.
On 2nd down now, Cottrell. And from the 4, they get it to the 8 on a pickup of 4.
Number 31.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Out of the gun is Minshew. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he will have a Jaguars first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. And a reminder, folks, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report coming up shortly. The coach with us, as always, as he will start to look ahead to Super Bowl 53. On first down, they look downfield, and it's complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, big plays have been a hallmark of this offense all season, so there was no reason to think that it wouldn't continue here in this title game. Obviously, the magnitude of the event, not getting to them early.
A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. They'll try the left side. Cottrell. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw it, Minshew. He's going to try and go deep again. And unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. On play action, it's Carr. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Now a play fake. Carr. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
And I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And that one will fall incomplete.
Now 2nd and 10. And
Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And a pretty good run, all things considered. Probably would have liked that in the first quarter instead of right now as the clock continues to run. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. On 3rd down, Cottrell. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. So we come upon halftime in the AFC title game as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Still just a 2-score game in the 3rd quarter, but they're going to go onside kick here anyway. Oh, it's loose, and the Raiders have it.
Covered by the Raiders.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
And a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
1st down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Running from the shotgun with Dre. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 1st downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Jacksonville's pass defense holds serve. 4th down.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the 2nd miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot. As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Off play action, it's Minshew. That one complete. He finds Shark. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
The 34-yard line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
They'll go play action here with Minshew. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark there to make the grab. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Jaguars 21, Raiders 7. Josh Lambo to kick off for.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And this one is incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Carr. He rifles one that's intercepted.
No, sir.
Picked off by
No,
Sidney
sir.
Jones. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
Makes the score Jaguars 28, Raiders 7.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started, and they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Forced out to his left. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's third.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
He finds his target, Fuller.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
A big one there on third down. They hit for 30 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
And that is caught. It's Ruggs. Touchdown, Vegas.
To Henry Ruggs.
Henry Ruggs
there to make the grab. And the Raiders get a score closer. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever. There it results in a touchdown.
25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
And the Raiders have got him.
Max Crosby able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Here's the option.
And he'll be taken down at the 18. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
So 3rd and long, here's Minshew. He's going to float this one deep right side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. Going deep for Diggs. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
It's C.J. Henderson picking it off.
And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And Minshew with nowhere to go, and they take him to the ground. Max Crosby giving him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Well, it was 2nd and long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Two things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time, one-play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Operating from the gun. Carr. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Dwayne Smoot picks up his second sack of the afternoon. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. Now the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. Now Minshew on 1st and 10. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball. DJ Chark, the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
On second down, Cottrell. He's got the first down here inside the 30. Touchdown, Jaguars! A great effort there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Well, they've been part of the cream of the crop in the AFC all season. It's becoming more and more evident that they're going to get a shot to play for that Super Bowl title.
The momentum has been building, and you mentioned how well they've played throughout the season. It's all come together for them, and they're really laser-focused on being that team to represent in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, they have been dominant in this one. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry. And now the throw going to Fuller, and he's got it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. Throwing on first down is Carr. Flushed out right. And he fires one incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. And now it's second down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings them up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Carr. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. Another solid game-changing play for this defense for the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, you know, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. To throw again on second down. Minshew. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 22 yards there, a first down.
At the 22-yard line.
They'll let the QB keep it here off the option. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
So finally, at this stage of the game, he lets his legs carry him for a big-time first down. But I think this is all set up by his eyes throughout the game. He's been taking it all in as he's watched this thing unfold. And finally, the eyes carried the legs and took him downfield.
You're right. His longest run of the game waited until the fourth quarter, and maybe that lulled the defense to sleep a little bit. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
They'll try to throw for it with Minshew. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Sets up 4th down.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. DJ Chark with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score Jaguars 42, Raiders 14. Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And their backs really against the wall now. They knew how tough this would be on the road, AFC title game, and they have gotten all they could handle and then some. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Shaquille Griffin there defensively.
Throwing again. Carr. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
To Will Fuller.
16 yards, a first down.
And the Las Vegas first down.
From the gun, Carr. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And this is caught inside the 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Henry Ruggs. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They are getting closer and closer to lifting that Lamar Hunt trophy. Not home just yet, but trying to polish things off here as they start 1st and 10. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 17-yard line.
Here's Minshew. They shakes him off. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Robert Quinn. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. The Jaguars on third down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 17. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Room past the 20. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Now a throw to the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Raider first down.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Carr again here on 2nd and 10. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Stephon Diggs. 41 yards. And the forced fumble defensively leads to 6 points for the Raiders.
Daniel Carlson on for the
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. And he'll bang that one through.
Makes the score Jaguars.
2 scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. They'll run on first down. Cottrell. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Eric Saubert, 33 yards. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns and 21 points.
Makes the score Jaguars 49. Raiders 28.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. he's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Carr going to go on 4th down. And he's able to find Diggs. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You stop to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
It's caught left side by John Brown. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Fuller. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards to play. Into the red zone. It's Carr. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
On the throwaway.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Carr. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Will Fuller there to make the grab. And the Raiders get a score closer. So now Carr, he'll lead the Raiders up to go for 2. Again, it's Carr. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful.
Raiders 36.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Return. The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
They will take a knee here and cue the celebrations. They are off to the Super Bowl. You know, Charles, just thinking about it, plenty of recent conference championship games have needed OT to decide who goes to the Super Bowl.
And we go back a little ways, can't we? Go back 2012. Giants in San Francisco. That was an overtime game. The Giants ended up going on to the Super Bowl. How about the one where the Giants went to Green Bay, Lambeau, and beat the Magic?